Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. Good morning and welcome. I'm Bonnie. This is the Ventura Center for Spiritual Living. We had Kevin joining us singing, and we've got Michael who's going to play drums and chants today. So let's give him a hand. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us, whether you're here in person or online. We welcome you. We welcome you wherever you are in your life, and just celebrate this Sunday together. I'm going to start by doing a few announcements. Let's go here. So we have a web page, of course. It's www.venturacsl.org, and any details about what I'm going to say will be on the web page. We have the flower dedication says ... Does anybody know anything about that? The flowers, oh, okay. The flowers are from a beloved center member's memorial service yesterday, celebration of life, celebration of light and life, Dot Scoville. So let's give a round of applause for Dot. Okay. Our sweet and beautiful choir, which sang so beautifully yesterday, they rehearse every Sunday from 11:30 and 12:30. Everyone is welcome. Just come on down and let somebody know that you want to sing in the choir, and we will set you in the right direction. We have a science and spirituality group. They are meeting next on August 20th. That's the third Wednesday of every month. And this month, they are discussing consciousness. Our outreach program, we every late summer, fall, support Casa Pacifica, which is an organization that supports at-risk youth and families. And this year we are collecting backpacks and school supplies and toiletries for youth ages 9 through 17. We've got flyers and more information in the foyer out front and also in the social hall there. So I think that's all I've got for now. So let's go ahead and call forth Bill Hadris, who will lead us in a youth message.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Bonnie said I'm Bill Hadris with Youth and Family. Youth want to join me today? Dalton?
Our
Maybe?
youth.
I do have one.
Our one youth, yes.
All right. So, I want you to take a second, take a breath, and think for a moment about a recent adventure you've been on. What kind of adventure was it? What kind of experience did you have? Do you want to tell us?
A common adventure out in a pool.
You had an adventure out in a pool? Very cool. Did you have one recently too? An adventure?
No.
Well then, let's talk about this pool adventure. Were there any challenges?
Not too many.
Not too many. Were there any gifts you received from the adventure?
Lots of food.
Food. I always was told you can't go swimming after eating. What? Very cool. Well, cool. What did you eat?
A lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff. It'll be a mystery of the pool party. I see. Well, cool. So with that, did it change you? Did you learn anything? Did you grow?
Probably grew a couple centimeters taller.
Love it. I love it. Growing taller. Very cool. Well, our lives are adventures. They can be challenging, but we are truly meant to grow from each and every experience. We can't become what we need to be by remaining what we are. So with that, what adventure do you want to grow from next? I invite you all to repeat after me. I love trying new things.
I love trying new things.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Thank you.
You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. I'm not sure who's clicking this today. Issue here. Who gets the remote? Do you guys get it back there? Oh no, you're not doing your own clicking today, right? Okay. They're clicking for you. Gotcha. Okay. A behind-the-scenes look at the many factors involved in creating a service. There you go. Okay. Did that make sense to anybody? Just say yes. Okay. Good. All righty. All right. I think we need some prayer, don't you? Yes. All right. Lita, who is on pulpit today, one of our beloved practitioners, will lead us in
So
prayer.
would the practitioners and ministers please stand? If you're comfortable, you can bring your hands on your heart, close your eyes. How grateful I am to know that we are one. One heart, one mind, one power, one presence, one love. This oneness lives and moves and has its very being as our life, as our health, as our relationships, as our spiritual growth, as our joy. So grateful that this oneness is in the sanctuary right now. It's a part of us always. This oneness orchestrates the beautiful unfolding of today. Reverend Susan's message, Kaya's singing, all of us being together and sharing love, being love, serving love. I'm so grateful that this oneness is being activated by everything in the service. Not only the message and the music, but just being here together. So I'm so grateful for this outpouring of love and connection. And with a heart that is full of joy, I release my word to the divine mystery. It is done, it is perfect, it is complete. And together we say, and so it is.
Thank you. And so it is, and so we allow it to be. As we breathe together as one, in the one, and we allow ourselves to settle, to let go of that which is not needed in this moment, to let go of that which is not happening now, and to be fully present in this sacred moment, in this beautiful space, in this sacred community made sacred through our intention to be together in peace, in harmony, and well-being. Today, in this moment, we move past the details of our lives and center into our hearts and know that in our hearts, that's where spirit is. That's where the I am is. The I am is everywhere, but we feel it today in our hearts and our bodies and our minds and our souls and our being and our doing. And so we celebrate this I am presence together. I am being another name for God or spirit or higher power, the one. I am being another name for love, peace, joy, that which is beyond opposites, Rumi's field, the place beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right doing. That is the I am, and we are that. And so let us know that together as we sing. We sing, I am remembering who I am for ourselves, but we also remember for all beings everywhere, for the entire cosmos. Let us sing together, I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering. I am resting in the remembrance of pure spirit. We breathe in deeply. And then we exhale, gently opening our eyes as love, and in service to what is, as it is, and so it is. Namaste.
I've had the privilege of singing here quite a bit, and having the drums added in was awesome. Let's give him another round of applause, everybody. It was beautiful. I have to thank Sue for this song, because in the life of a musical theater performer, sometimes some musicals just go under your radar because they just don't come across your audition path or journey. And one of the ones that's been under the radar for me was Carousel, surprisingly. Of course, we all know the iconic If I Loved You. But this one had passed me by, and Sue requested it this week. So I am very excited to sing You'll Never Walk Alone. How did that pass me by? But we're going to write that wrong now. When you walk through a storm, keep your chin up high, and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of a storm is a golden sky, and the sweet silver song of a lark. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk alone. Round of applause for Chris, everybody. Walk on through the wind, walk All right, a right has been wronged.
Thank you. Thank you. Lovely. You guys, what a gift. And as I was preparing for today, and I knew Kayla was going to be singing. I was like, oh, we got to hear that. I still have chills. So thank you. I'm Reverend Susan Burrell, for anybody who doesn't know me, and hopefully most of you do by now. I just wanted to have this slide pop up because if you're curious about what else I do, besides showing up here on Sundays, you can go to my website, susanburrell.com, where you can find my guided meditations, my podcasts, my Substack, my blah, 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 blah. There you go. That's my pitch. Oh, and I'm also going to be teaching Energy in Action, which Jennifer will explain later today. Okay. So, Brian, the next slide. Thank you. And it's coming. So, this is a shot of a Kleenex box that Kleenex has graciously decided to do my most favorite thing, put affirmations on their boxes. So this has been sitting on my coffee table in the area where I meditate, and I've been looking at it for the last 2 weeks. It's not quite empty yet. It will be soon, especially after a song like that. But what it says is, grow through what you go through. And when it first was sitting on my table, I was like, oh yeah, whatever. Go through what you grow through. Well, isn't that like obvious? Duh. And then when Bonnie asked me to speak today, I was like, oh, I got to have a talk title. Grow through what you go through. And so I started meditating on it. And I just want to ask everybody, are we growing yet? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. In whichever way, direction, taffy pull thing in our personal lives, our global lives, we're growing, right? And if we're not, yikes. So the only reason I've come to believe of why we're alive is to grow. And what we're growing is our soul. That inner divinity that resides within us needs to grow more. And when we come into this life, any lifetime, every lifetime, we come up with our soul purpose, right? And what we're choosing to grow into. So we have a soul growth path. And then as I am remembering, we forget so that we can remember. What was it we chose to grow through this lifetime? So, in my experience, growth requires changing, growing beyond our limitations, evolving. But mostly it's about growing into our potential, our true potential, as not just a human being, but a cosmic conscious being. So it requires conscious choice, not simply just going along with the crowd or trying to fit in. I mean, how many of us did that in high school, right? I'm the only one. Oh, okay, thank you. In the back row, thank you. But what happens is when we have those feelings of not fitting in or feeling victimized, those are actually red flags of a negative growth pattern or a stagnant growth pattern. And because we're here to grow and evolve and change and all that yada, it's important to pay attention to that feeling of anxiety or, which I had a lot this week, anger, whatever it is that's pulling your vibration down, because I'm going to talk about frequency. So a soul growth path leads us into a higher consciousness, a higher vibration of love, if we're constantly choosing to love more. And in this center, that's our whole bailiwick, right? To be love, serve love. Basically, to love more. And you got to start with yourself. Always got to start with yourself. That's another bugaboo, right? So the self-love, when we love ourselves more, do you guys find on the days when you're really feeling in the vibe, the higher vibe of love, you love everybody, right? Like, oh, I just love myself so much and I love everybody. So then that's how we get to the loving the all, right? Because we're in the oneness of connection to source energy. So, the growth path is about, like I said, choosing a higher consciousness of love. Or you can choose a lower frequency of love. Because you're at choice, right? But choosing higher love helps you feel good about yourself and the world. You feel loving kindness towards yourself and others. You feel creative and you're growing. A low vibration, you feel stuck and stagnant. My big one, you feel fearful and unsafe. Oh wait, I got more on here, that's my big one. Resistant to change, angry and need to be right. Okay, that was my list, sorry. So I want to ask you guys, just to take a moment and feel right now, where you are right now, what vibration are you currently in? Is it a high frequency of love or is it a low frequency? Just take note, just real quick, with a breath. Okay. So if you're in a lower vibration, the only way is up. The only way to get out of that frequency is to change. I hate to say it. It's true. So we come to conscious choice points. We're in conscious choice points daily. I would suggest moment by moment, it's a conscious choice point. Do I really want to eat that piece of cake? Yeah, and then how do you feel afterwards, right? Or do I really want to have a healthy salad? Yeah. So the conscious choice points require us to live in the present moment as much as possible. Recognize, this is important, you guys. Every moment is new. Every moment. So what I just said about the cake, gone. Right now, it's new. Right now, it's new. And it happens that rapidly. Actually, it happens more rapidly now. But so every moment is new, which means at every moment you can have a conscious choice point. Do I want to be in a high frequency of love or a low frequency of love? And in choosing these places, you have to be aware of your feelings. And your feelings are the guidance system that lets you know, okay, I really need to lift up. Or right now, I'm just feeling like yuck. Think I'll take a nap. Or whatever. But whatever you need to do to regulate, self-regulate. I'm going to have to learn a lot more about self-regulation because I wasn't happening this week. But you can learn how to self-regulate and then lift yourself out of whatever that lower frequency is for you. And it's different for everybody, you know, because we're all unique, divine individuations of source, divine sparks of energy. Each and every one of us, our choice points, our higher vibration points might feel and look a little different from the person next to you. And that's great. That's also why we're here, to grow our soul. So, soul growth means learning the lessons our soul chooses for us to experience before we're born, which means we will be challenged. We will be challenged. Don't you just love it? So, the challenges of the soul lessons we agreed they're the soul lessons we agreed to, but we forgot. We're always growing, and the thing I've noticed, I imagine everybody else here has, is if you don't get the lesson the first time, it repeats. Where did it say that in that contract I signed before I was born? Those soul lessons that we do not get, will repeat. And now, I have chosen this lifetime not to put it off anymore. I'm just gonna learn the darn lessons because, man, I don't want to go through whatever this is again for me. And I think we're all at that choice point. Are we going to learn to grow, or are we going to be at a lower frequency of love? To me, in my spiritual practice, there's only love, right? There's only love and light. And so where am I on that spectrum? Am I in a high frequency, which is my daily spiritual practice to lift into that? And then as the day goes on, I'm kind of in a lower one, but checking in, where am I on that spectrum, that frequency, that vibration of love? So, I'll share an example from my life about how lessons repeat themselves. So I think a lot of people know I became a type 1 insulin-dependent diabetic a little over 30 years ago. Woohoo! And there was my lesson. Okay, there was my lesson. And I learned how to manage it fairly well. I was able to have a baby, a healthy son. And what happened is I got good at it. It was routine. And then I stopped learning. I stopped growing. And eventually, after almost 30 years, my health was tanking. And my doctor kept saying, you need to go on an insulin pump. And I said, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Because, well, I said earlier, because I resist anything, I resist change. Here I am talking about we all need to change, and I resist it. But it was scary. It scared the living daylights out of me because I would be connected to a machine. I would have all sorts of new learning curves and challenges with my health, and you guys, it's a moment by moment. Again, like I said, every moment is new. Every moment is new. And so finally, here's the lesson again, right? Again and again. During the 30 years of being diabetic, it kept coming up. You need to do this. You need to do this. I don't want to. Don't make me. Finally, I went, all right. My doctor fell over. She was like, what? You said yes? Yeah. She was like, oh my gosh. And so I have been on an insulin pump for almost a year. And yes, it's scary. And yes, it's risky. And yes, there's days I don't feel safe. But my health has improved a lot. And so the lesson is I got to stop resisting change. I got to be willing to go into what feels scary, willing to go into the unknown. And I think that's true for all of us, whether we have health challenges or not. The climate on planet Earth right now, I'm not talking about the real climate, I'm just talking about the emotional, mental climate, is forcing us to grow, to change. However we choose that. We don't all have to get in the same box. Do you see what I'm saying? That's why we are unique, individuated beings of light and love. So, everybody take a breath, or me, I'll take a breath. I want to ask you guys, after you took that breath, to kind of ask yourself, what do I need to learn that I haven't learned yet? In the idea of the lessons come around and around until we learn it. So just ask yourself, what do I need to learn that I haven't learned yet? Okay. And I want you just to take that, you're just going to take it, Dumbledore it out of your brain and just put it over here in a column. Okay, so one day I'm meditating and this drops in. What you think about perpetuates your life experience. What you think about perpetuates your life experience. Well, it's kind of like what we say here all the time. What you focus on, you get, that kind of thing. What you think about perpetuates your life experience. So I had to look up perpetuate. Perpetuate means to make something continue indefinitely. To make something continue indefinitely. What you think about perpetuates your life experience. Hello, I want to learn the lesson. Let me learn the lesson right now, because boy, right? So our continuous focus on the negativity that's going on in the world, the news, the politics, the whatever it is that you, we, us think isn't appropriate, right, kind, whatever it is, continually focusing on that perpetuates it indefinitely. Then running around and finding your tribe to talk about the thing you're focusing on and thinking about perpetuates it more, and it expands. Are you guys following me? So if we, as a global community or this lovely center, want to really be in the oneness of all, in the spirit, in the divine acceptance and higher frequency of love, we got to watch what we're thinking about and what we're talking about, because we are perpetuating it indefinitely. That's a little, whoa, for me it was. Maybe not for you guys. But, well, let me ask you this. So I want everybody to ask, what have we been focusing, what have you been focusing on? What have you been thinking that is possibly perpetuating it, something? Just take a moment to lean into that. What am I perpetuating? Okay. Again, just take that out, put it under the column, because we're not focusing on that. I just want awareness. And it's different for each person, right? What are we perpetuating? So I want you to understand that if you feel good, if it makes you feel good, what you're thinking about, then by all means, you're on the right track. You're on a consciousness growth path. Your soul is growing because you're feeling good. If it's making you feel anxious, fearful, angry, whatever it is, resistant, then you're going into a lower frequency. And that doesn't help you, and it doesn't help others. So, when we are in a low frequency of love, so it's always a frequency of love, right? When we're in that lower frequency where we're actually more in the fear or the anger or the dire circumstances, it's hard, it's impossible almost to lift up out of that, to raise the vibration. So you're almost in an immovable low frequency with very little room for growth, okay? So choosing soul growth, this is important. Choosing, we already made the choice when we came in. We made the agreement with our soul. I will learn these things, and then we promptly forgot. After we had a little bit of fun, the first couple of years of life. Then we forgot. And the entire rest of living has been about remembering, what was my soul agreement? What was I here to learn? I will answer that question. Am I here to expand? Yes. We all are. We're here to expand our mental, emotional capacity to love more. Because we are the grand experiment. Humanity is the grand experiment. Can we be love, and not just with the people in our lives that we love, but can we love, oh God, can we love everybody? Can we love all? Now that's daunting. It's a little scary, right? And I know there are many people in this room that their first instinct is to say no. So, we can choose to perpetuate harmony, unity, and love. And that is growth. That is choosing to grow our soul. I'm not telling you guys how to do it. I'm just asking, could you do it? So, need a cough drop. So another story about me. Sorry. But it's my best example. So I just recently became the director of the Ministry of Prayer here. And I I think this was one of my soul lessons I got early. I like to walk my talk, which means I got to learn the lesson, right? I got to do it. I got to sit down and learn the friggin' lesson. So, ministry of prayer. I daily, in my practice, I know that prayer is powerful, and it's part of my practice for myself, for others. And what I do daily is also choose to clarify my frequency, my vibration, and I focus on a high frequency of love. And I'll be honest with you guys, and you don't have to agree, you don't have to like it, but what I've been witnessing in our country, in the world, has been scaring the daylights out of me, like I said. And I found that it was hard for me to pray. I can pray for somebody who has cancer and wants to be healed. I got that. But can I pray for the people that I don't agree with? Can I pray for the people that I think are wrong? Can I pray for government officials or people in a foreign country that I think are doing something I don't like? Can I do that? And I found I couldn't. It was hard. So I asked the practitioners. Oh my God, you guys! First of all, this is an aside sale point. We have the most amazing group of practitioners at this center. And it's 30 plus. We are a 30 plus group of practitioners, so it's a large group of people. So I just want to ask quickly, how many people put themselves on the prayer list and felt like they had an answer, a healing, a gift? Yeah. So that's a direct result of the power of prayer that I got chills, that these practitioners focus on. So here I am, not able to walk my talk. I got to be able to pray for everyone, I think. So I asked the Prac Corps, well, first of all, I want to tell you this story. So as I'm having this dilemma, what do? I have a group of light leaders that we meet with twice a month. I meet with twice a month, and they're fabulous, amazing lights. And I was talking to one of them a couple weeks ago, and she's been praying. She's been praying, and she said, I'm praying for everyone. I am now praying for everyone, and it feels so good. I'm praying for all of us. All. Doesn't matter what, where, who. I'm praying for all of us. And I was like, oh, crap, I want to be like her. I'm not that. I can't do that. So I thought, uh-oh, what am I going to do? So that's when I realized I needed to reach out to the Prac Corps. Whenever I have a dilemma, a problem, a challenge, I ask for prayer. So I reached out to the Prac Corps and I asked, please, could you, if you feel called, write a treatment and send it to me about whatever you feel called to pray about, oneness, unity, the president and his cabinet, our nation, the world. And I got a few treatments that are really lovely. In fact, I had them Xerox, so if you guys want to pick them up at the concierge desk, you can take them home. And each is unique. Each is different. Each touches on a piece of truth that reveals more when you focus on it, or when I do. So that these prayers became part of my daily practice. And part of my challenge, our soul growth challenge, to really say, can I lift into a higher frequency of love? Can I be more? Can I expand into my potential beyond my limitations, beyond my perpetual thinking? Can I grow my soul which was my agreement coming in. And how can I do that? With prayer, I say, but I also was talking to another light leader who shared in class. Oh my God, these people, when I teach, I get so many gifts. It's which is why I guess I keep teaching, because it's all for me. I get so much out of teaching people. And so this other light leader, during the light leader workshop, she said, you know, we don't all have to agree on the same thing. We don't all have to agree on everything. We just need to match our frequency. That means all of us moving into a higher frequency of love. And still having the opinions and the ideology or whatever, but moving us all into the higher frequency, a matched frequency. Call it balance. Call it equanimity. Call it unity. But raising us all up. And I was like, wow. Again, I got chills. That was so profound. So, and it's actually what we're trained to do as practitioners, to really focus on truth, the higher truth, not the appearance. We're trained to focus really on a high frequency connection to love, to light within us. So, I want to ask you again, what are you going to choose? What are you going to choose to perpetuate? A higher frequency of oneness, love, peace, unity, or the lower vibration, the lower frequency of fear and anger and frustration? One grows your soul and one causes you to stagnate in that perpetual, continuous, indefinitely thing. So I choose to go high daily. I choose to focus on being more of a high frequency of love as much as humanly possible. And like I said earlier, and this week wasn't that. Not because of outside experiences, just my inner world was blah. So grow through what you go through. Grow through what we are all going through. And when you can't, ask for prayer. Ask for prayer. Ask for prayer. So with that said, I'm going to end. Chris, would you do your lovely piano? I'm going to read one of the practitioners' treatments. Now, I want you all to, this is how I'm going to close out, too. So I invite you just to get centered in your seat. Take a deep breath. Open your heart to hear the truth and the love and the light that resides within this word being spoken here. It's profound. The prayer is for divine order in our nation and our world. There is one infinite presence, one universal power, one divine mind that governs all life. It is love. It is wisdom. It is shalom in absolute harmony with itself. The sacred intelligence knows only wholeness, unity, and right action. It is the source and sustainer of every nation, every leader, and every soul across this earth. I align myself now knowing the President and his cabinet are guided by divine wisdom, acting with clarity, compassion, and courage. Every decision is spiritually informed. Every action is rooted in the highest good for all people. I claim that that honesty, justice, and vision are present now in every branch of government. I lift up the regions of the world in turmoil. Where there is violence, may shalom prevail. Where there is hunger, may provision flow. Where there is unrest, may divine reconciliation take root. I see leaders across all lands awakening to their highest consciousness, guided by a unifying love, higher love, that transcends ideology, religion, or history. The soul of humanity is being healed, shifted, and lifted. I trust in the evolution of consciousness. I trust that light dissolves darkness, and that this planet is moving into a new paradigm of unity, equity, and sacred respect for all life. I surrender any belief in hopelessness or despair. I do not resist what is. I transform it in mind. I know that this treatment plants a seed in the infinite potential. That seed grows, that light expands, that shalom unfolds. My heart is in the deepest gratitude for the unseen miracles already in motion, and I release my word into the perfect law of mind. I trust, I believe, and it is so. And so it is. Namaste. Oh, you want me to stand up here with you, Lonnie? Hi.
Hello, hello. Okay. Thank you, Susan. If you haven't taken a class from Susan, you got to do it. Do it now. I'm so blessed to have you as a friend. You know, I so clearly remember when I first started coming to the center, I thought my problems, I was the only one that had them. They were only mine.
I did too.
Oh my gosh. And it's just like, we're not alone. We're not alone. And once the ego realizes we're not alone, it will work harder. It will work harder. So that's why coming here and hearing the truth is so important. Don't believe that trickster. You are not alone. And I love the Kleenex box affirmation. That is divine. I mean, at first I was like, yeah, I don't want to grow. That's hurtful. But so you're in the right place. You're with family, you're with friends, and you're with the ones that are growing with you.
Yes.
You are not alone. Yes. So this morning, let's do our affirmation, knowing that we are family. We are in this together. We trust in spirit. Love is the giver and receiver of all that we are. We offer this gift. It is an outer expression of our inner abundance and compassion. Our gifts bless many and return to us multiplied in miraculous ways so that we may give again. And so it is.
Okay. We are revisiting Rogers and Hammerstein. So excited. I love an RNH morning. I got to tell you guys, I got to confess something. I have been blessed with many gifts. Whistling isn't one of them. And I picked Whistle a Happy Tune from The King and I, which has a particular line that needs to be whistled. So, I believe that part of facing challenges is knowing when to ask for help. So, I'm going to ask for your help. You get to participate in this today, okay? Chris, if you wouldn't mind going to that line and playing it real quick. This is the melody. anyone that can whistle, raise your hand if you can whistle. Let me hear it. Yes. Okay. Play that one more time, Chris. Oh, you guys sound great. I wish I could. All that comes out is, that's it. That's it. But you know what? I can sing. So I'm going to sing. and when I cue you, you guys shall whistle. Sound good? All right. Let's go. Whenever I feel afraid, I hold my head erect and whistle a happy tune so no one will suspect I'm afraid. While shivering in my shoes, I strike a careless pose and whistle a happy tune so no one ever knows I'm afraid. The result of this deception is very strange to tell, for when I fool the people I fear, I fool myself as well. I whistle a happy tune, and every single time the happiness in the tune convinces me that I'm not afraid. Make believe you're brave, and the truth will take you far. You can be as brave as you make believe you are. Go! You may be as brave as you make believe you are. That was awesome. We're going to do it again. After a little interlude from Chris, because I never get tired of hearing him play. The result of this deception is very strange to tell, for when I fool the people I fear, I fool myself as well. I whistle a happy tune, and every single time the happiness in the tune convinces me that I'm not afraid. Make believe you're brave, and the truth will take you far. You can be as brave as you make believe you are. You can be as brave as you make believe you are. Thank you, my whistlers. Woo!
If you could whistle and sing like that, we would all be very upset. At least one thing you can't do. Come on. Yeah. Hello, everybody. I'm Reverend Jennifer, the assistant minister here, and we have a few more announcements before I release you all. No, let's see what we've got going on. So August 16th is Ventura Pride here in Ventura. The Pride event is held downtown, which I'm pointing that way because it's down in the park near downtown. And Vcsl has a booth every year, and we like to have volunteers from the center be in the booth to kind of explain to everybody at Pride what Vcsl is and what we stand for. And we usually take some flat choir folks, and everybody takes little pictures with them, and it's a lot of fun. We have an encouragement station. It's a lot of fun for the volunteers, a lot of fun for everybody that goes to Pride. So if you would like to volunteer for the booth at Pride, please see Bernie Austin. She's going to be at the concierge desk, and we have a sign-up sheet. We're not sure how the shifts work yet because we're still waiting to hear from the event coordinators. When we know, then there will be shifts for all the volunteers for the day. Like Reverend Susan said, she has a class, Energy in Action. It is starting on August 18th, so that's Monday, and it'll be going through September 29th. There's no class on Labor Day. I know, everybody's really sad. So if you She's taught a class with the same name, but if you've taken classes from Reverend Susan, you know no class is the same. She changes things up depending on what the class needs are. So this is a fantastic class. Reverend Susan is a fantastic teacher of teachers. She's our own teacher of teachers. She taught all of us or me and several of us when we were in prac. So she's here with us. So please sign up to take her class, 6 weeks, and Reverend Susan can talk to you. There is a book, and the book is in the bookstore. So if you're curious about the book is in the bookstore. Another class that's coming up is Spiritual Economics. It is an 8-week course taught by Linda Dravidstead, and we are trying it out in hybrid. So we're going to do this class in person and online simultaneously. This is a new feature here at Centers for Spiritual Living, and we're giving it a try. We got somebody donated a cool camera, and I can't let a gadget go unused, so we're going to do it. So that's that part of it. But the really important part about the spiritual economics class is that it isn't about economics. It's about your relationship. Let's see, I have it written down here. So you're going to be ready for an exploration of our consciousness and unconscious beliefs, thoughts and words about financial prosperity and our relationship to God and money. Because your relationship with money is your relationship with God. I hate hearing that every time, but that's the truth of it. And the lifestyle money provides. During the 8 weeks, we examine our current prosperity perspective and make choices towards a new perspective and a new life of prosperity and gratitude. It's priceless pricing. Energy in Action is priceless pricing as well. It's fantastic. It's going to be a great course. Linda is a fantastic teacher, and I think that anytime we can revisit, like Reverend Susan was saying, sometimes our lessons come in waves, and you might be like, hey, my financial prosperity is great, which it is for all of us, of course, but then there's some sticking points. So maybe some things are coming up, and you want to work through those. This is going to be a great class to do that. It's priceless pricing. It's 8 weeks on Tuesdays, and you can do it from home if you don't like driving in the evening, or you can come and do it in person if you like to be in person. So, take a breath. All right. The next thing we have is we're going to save the date. We have a workshop coming up August 23rd at 11 a.m. And I love this title for this workshop, No More Some Days. So that's going to be facilitated by Bill Matthews. He's over there in the black hat, and I was talking to him. He's really excited about it, so now I'm really excited about it. The idea that sometimes maybe some of us maybe are like, oh, I want to go back to school someday, or I want to do this someday. And so he's going to go deep. We're going to do a meditation. You're going to do some journaling. You're going to do some exercises to really do that quantum shift into no more some days. This is what we're doing, and to live that your soul purpose and your soul driven life. So that is, save the date, August 23rd. On a fun note, we are releasing our choir robes. We have some gold choir robes left. They're in the social hall over here. I think this is going to be the last week, and then that we're going to have them here, and they're going to a local charity. So if you just want a choir robe to wear around the house or something, it sounds funny, but one of my sons took it home, and he's been wearing it. I don't know what, he's just like, I like this. So, whatever floats your boat, we bless all paths here. All paths to happiness are blessed here. So if you like a choir robe, please pick one up. And then we have Sunday hospitality. If you're here through these doors, there was a memorial service yesterday, and there are a lot of little tea sandwiches and a lot of things left over from the memorial service. So there's tons of really fun and different treats today in the social hall. So be sure to go load up. We have drinks too. We have iced tea and lemonade and all sorts of stuff going on over there. We have a bookstore. Oh, we have prayer with a practitioner, which is going to be, our practitioners will be down here. So if you want to anchor into anything that's happening in your life, or you want to maybe pray for our nation some more, or anything, practitioners are here. We call it 1 Minute Miracles. And on that note, we have a different tech person today, so we just got to let him, he's got to decide what I'm going to say. It makes it easier for him. So on that, let's do our closing affirmation, and then we'll do our closing song. So if everybody would like to stand up. You can hold your hands over your heart if that works for you. This is a different affirmation than I was planning. Aligning our hearts, our brains, and our minds. We are love. We share love. We serve love. Thank you for our lives. And so it is, and so it is.
Thanks, everyone. Namaste.